start again. It's a rich thing.
Welcome back to another video. So today's video, this is a little collab I took part in. The theme for this one was chosen by a lovely lady called Tracy. She's on Instagram. She's called at Tracy Baddeley. I'll leave her link and everybody else that took part in my description box. This is a collab that was made by Just Your Nail Addict. It's her little collab group. So the theme for this was Abalone shell pieces of any sort. So my hand's prepped, ready to go. I'm using Glitter Planet Easy Tips Stiletto Clear. So I'm just using regular nail glue to glue those on. And I'm going to do a hard gel set today. Quite long, coughing. I'm just snipping, I'm literally just snipping the numbers off because I wanted to keep these quite long. And now I'm just filing off where it's been glued on, just to blend it into what would be the natural nail. And then filing off all the shiny surface to the nail tip. Gel will not stick to a shiny surface, so it's important you get that shiny surface buffed off. And now I'm using a base coat. Before your base coat, you would use your dehydrator and your primer or your bond, but I skipped that as it's a practice hand. So these are the shell pieces that I'm using, pink and purple, and they've got a beautiful pearly kind of rainbow on them. So I'm just using metal tweezers and I'm just snapping tiny little pieces off. Some of the pink ones, some of the purple ones, and some of the kind of pearly white ones. Yeah, just tiny little pieces so that I can encapsulate them in the tips of these nails. So that's all the little pieces. So that's the colour theme I'm going for. Aren't they really pretty? So this wild orchid from Smiley's, it's kind of, it's not Milo, it's like shards. And they're pink and purple with a colour shift. Right, so I'm using this snow purple from Born Pretty as a base colour. I wanted my tips to be clear but not see-through kind of clear. So this is just a base colour. It's beautiful. Beautiful rainbow colours going through it. Over a black, this is stunning. But yeah, that was just a base colour to go under my bits and pieces. So I'm using a wet base coat. I'm just leaving that, I'm not curing that base coat, I'm leaving it wet. And I'm just going to put all these little shell pieces into this wet base coat. All different sizes, all different shapes. Yeah, everything's going to get stuck into this wet base coat. The mylar shards. And I've also pulled out some gold leaf. And you'll see on my mat, I just used some tweezers and just ripped tiny bits of gold leaf. I literally just wanted 3 or 4 pieces of this gold leaf. And I'm going to stick that in there as well. I'm going to cure it in the lamp. And I'm going to do exactly the same on the pinky. I'll do that off camera because, yeah, it is exactly the same. So they're going to get cured in the lamp now for 30 seconds. How pretty is that? I love it. So, on this middle finger now, I want a nail bed. So this is the hard gel that I'm using. It's A05 and it's colour Tender Pink. Venalisa. It's beautiful stuff. It doesn't self-level. It's super soft, but it's good because it doesn't flood your cuticles. Even though I splodged it right into my cuticle there, that was my fault. So I'm tucking it in with my brush at that cuticle area, and then you'll see I tuck it down the sides as well. Just keep twirling it around my brush. That's just to keep hold of it. Tuck it in nice and neat down them sides, and then I'll swipe it side to side in a straight line. Wipe that excess off my brush. I always wipe the excess off my brush, and then just really light touches, just feather it off down the nail. Just fade it off like that. I'm going to cure that for half a cure, 30 seconds, and I'm going to do another layer, and then I'll give it a full 60 seconds cure after this second layer. And again, I'll do the pinky off camera. So yeah guys, this is a collab. Like I said, Tracy Baddeley, she chose the theme for this Abalone Shell. I chose the theme last month. Can you remember it was pop art? So this is a collab group set up by Just Your Nail Addict, and whoever takes part in the group all get to take it in turns on a theme. So yeah, it's Tracy's theme this month. Like I said, it'll all be in my description box. Some people are just on Insta. There is a playlist for the ones that have got YouTube channels. So yeah, feel free to go and check out all the other designs, see what the other ladies came up with. Anyway, back to the nails. This middle finger is going to have a nail bed. So I'm just doing a really thin layer, just mapping out where I want that nail bed to be round about. And then I'm just going to start building that nail bed up now. So again, I tuck it in at that cuticle area, but instead of tucking it in down the side walls, I'll just swipe it down into kind of a rounded off point kind of thing. You'll all find your own way how to do nail beds. I think everybody does them different, don't they? And depending on what gel you're using. But I find just swiping it side to side like that, and then just rounding it off at the end, tidying up the sides, kind of works for me. Right, I'm going to stick that in the lab, and then I'm going to give that a second coat as well, just to build up again that apex. I want a nice high wall so that I can file it in a minute. So this last nail, the ring finger, is just going to be a full plain nail of the gel. So again, I've done a really thin slip layer. That just helps your gel glide down the nail easier. So like I did with the first nails, cuticle area, and then tuck it in at the side walls. But I'm going to swipe this one all the way down and fill that whole nail. That's going to get half a cure. And I'm going to give that a couple more layers as well, just to build up the apex and the shape of the nail. So I'll let you watch this quickly and I'll be back in a sec. So that's my nails pretty much built. I'm using Madame Glam's white gel paint, and I'm going to paint a white ring around the side of that extended nail bed. I'm just painting up the sides, and you want to go over the top with your gel paint when you're doing this, and it just helps you get that nice neat white ring around it when you come to file it. So I'm going to give that 2 coats. So it's nice and thick. So now I'm going to do an extended nail bed. I'm going to extend that nail bed now with this little pink builder gel from Savvyland. Yeah, just a little pink. I'm just going to extend that nail bed with this pink. I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds. I hate explaining what I'm doing because I really struggle with it. But hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to give that a quick file as well, and I'm going to paint another white ring around it. So because I've already tore that finger that this nail was in, I'm not going to file on that finger, guys. But I do want to show you how I file it. So I just go around with my metal file and just get it nice and straight, nice and neat. As neat as you can. And then when you file over the top, you will see, ta-da, you'll get magic happen. This is why I like to paint over the top. So when you file down over that nail bed, can you see you end up with that nice white perfect ring around where you've painted it. It is magic. I love it. Right guys, I'm going to paint another white ring around that pink. Around the pink that I've just done. I'm going to just repeat the exact same process as what I've just done. So now I'm going to repeat another process, what I did on the first 2 nails with the shell. So I'm putting that sparkly colour down first, a wet base coat, and then again I'm just going to fill it with the shell pieces, the shards and a little bit of gold leaf, and I'm going to cure them for 30 seconds as well. Right, so I'm going to get these encapsulated now. I'm just using my IBD clear, and I've already built the apex with the builder gel. So I just need to encapsulate these shell pieces and finish off the shape of the nail. So I'll just show you these first two, and I'll do the pinky off camera. That cures in the lamp for 60 seconds as well. I'm going to give them a quick file and a buff off camera as well, guys. So that's them all filed and buff. Look at them rings around that pink nail bed. I love it. And look at this top coat. I love watching a top coat bring nails to life. It is beautiful. So I'm going to get these top coated, guys. Cure that for 30 seconds. Get some bling on, and that'll be then finished. I think this is one of my favourite sets this year. I really, really like them. I like them a lot. They're beautiful. Anyway, guys, that is it for today. Like I said at the beginning, there'll be a list of all the ladies that took part in my description box. There will be a playlist pinned in my comments for anybody that's done videos. Yeah, feel free to go and check all the other ladies out. But that's it for today, guys. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and hopefully I'll see you all back in my next one. Take care, bye.